my name is Emily Vallely and this is my dining room. When I first moved into this apartment, I had a vision to make this really huge wall into a gallery wall filled with portraits and also some art that's really near and dear to my heart. My sister Lucy made this portrait of my cats, Dahlia and Arlo. It is one of my favorite pieces of art. It looks like them so much and she really captured their essence. It's so hilarious. Another one of my favorite pieces on this wall is this finger painting that my mom did when she was a little girl. Her grandfather framed it for her and it meant so much to her that he showed an interest in her artistic abilities, and it's actually really sad because he died very young, so I never got to meet him, but I'm so happy I have this little part of my mom's life and my great-grandfather's on this wall. A reoccurring theme on this wall are all of these lady portraits. I have a bunch of them and most of them are from the Vintage Emporium. I am just so drawn to portraits of women. I don't know why, but I think they're so beautiful and I love seeing them every day on this wall. This mid-century desk is actually Brandon's desk, but I use it quite a bit, especially when he's on tour. It is my favorite place to sit and edit my videos. Music is a huge part of mine and Brandon's life, so we are constantly listening to records on our record player, and in this cabinet is where we store all of our vinyl collection. A few new records that I've been listening to on repeat all summer are Wallow's Nothing Happens and Vampire Weekend's Father of the Bride. And two vintage records that I am constantly listening to are this Italian sing-along. Brandon also loves this and he says it reminds him of System of a Down. And also Dolly's Greatest Hits because I am always in the mood to listen to Dolly Parton. This MidCentury Hutch stores some of my favorite collections. This year I started visiting a lot of tiki bars, so I have accumulated quite a collection of these great tiki mugs. On this shelf I have my collection of mid-century barware. I've stuck to a black and gold theme. My favorite glasses are these world map ones, and I got these at an estate sale last year and they're my favorite set of glasses. As I already stated, I have two Siamese cats, so I have developed quite a collection of Siamese figurines, and most of my collection is in this hutch. If you watched my kitchen tour video, then you know my kitchen is filled with my green spring blossom Pyrex, but in this cabinet I have my pink daisy Pyrex as well as my turquoise snowflake Pyrex. I was unsure of what to do with this wall when I first moved in because there's this awkward closet door that opens into it, so I couldn't have any piece of furniture, but I still wanted to utilize it. So I found these really great floating shelves from IKEA, and the great thing about them is that I can change out the art and have all sorts of weird things like books and pamphlets, even these flower seeds. So just random little vintage paper things I can fill on here and have a place to display them. I really love these photos taken by my friend Robbie. They were both in his art show a few years ago. And this one is Brandon with the band he was formerly in called Horror, and this one is me and my sister Lucy. These two pennants above the closet door are both from schools I went to. Wilson was my high school, and then I also went to Long Beach City College for fashion merchandising. This Art Deco secretary desk is probably my favorite piece of furniture that I own. Secretary desks are very nostalgic for me because my grandparents had one when I was little, and every time I was at their house, I loved playing with it and sitting at it and pretending to work. I love that secretary desks have so many little compartments and drawers, and I just have always felt like they're full of treasures and secrets. I have a pretty big collection of vintage stationery and stationery accessories, and one of my favorite things in that collection are these antique stamps. I love collecting vintage postcards, but the problem is that I never knew how to display them or what to do with them. So when I saw this book display from Magnolia and Willow, I thought it'd be a great idea to use it for postcards instead of books. I got this grow up chart at a local Long Beach estate sale, and it has the woman's name. Her name is Alice Annette Gabrielson. She was born on May 12th, 1937, which is the year this apartment was built, so that's pretty cool. Her parents charted her height and weight growing up until March 1950. I love collecting vintage Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts items. I really wish I was a part of the Girl Scouts when I was younger, but I wasn't. So I lived through all of the items that I own. One of my favorites is this Girl Scouts cross stitch with the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts motto, "Be prepared." Shelf has a very eclectic mixture of things. I love reading, so I have a lot of new books as well as a lot of vintage books on this shelf. My style is kind of all over the place, and this shelf really shows that. I love collecting vintage doll heads. A lot of people think they are very creepy, but I have this goth place in my heart that loves them. And I also really love incorporating elements of nature, so I have a few different things like shells, coral, this sea sponge, and also butterflies. This mirror was in my childhood home in one of the bathrooms, and I've always loved it so much, so when my parents moved, my mom let me keep it. First moved into this apartment, my friend Emily, who owns the antique store I have my booth at, Magnolia and Willow, sold me this really great dining set with these 4 Seska chairs. And as you guys might know, these chairs can get really pricey, and she gave me a wonderful deal, so I am so thankful that she did that and that I have this really great set. When we first moved in, there was no lighting fixture on this ceiling, so I got to pick anything I wanted, and I decided to go with this Italian floral chandelier, and I love the colors and I think it looks so pretty in here. You guys enjoyed this tour of my dining room, which also kind of doubles as an office and a library. We do so much of our living and eating and working in this room, so I'm just so happy I got to share it with you guys. I really hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video.